So we have good news. A multi-use trail along an old Long Island Railroad right-of-way, now used by PSCG Long Island, is getting very close to getting started. But I just saw on the news that there were people upset about it. Here we go again with the snobs, and just they're just using excuses. Anybody from anywhere can come here. That's what one of the women says, and it's just so bad, folks. These snobs that. I gotta play this before I let them talk.
As we're hanging out as a family, I'm gonna have people, gaping over, watching everything that we're doing because of the level of where the trail will be. I'm like in a fishbowl.
It's a little disturbing to think that anybody from anywhere could come here.
Where have I heard that before, huh? Where have I heard that before? Yeah. You see, snobs aren't just on the Babylon branch. They could be anywhere. But remember those people on the Babylon branch? They're coming here from all over!
Now anybody can park here from wherever, and they're coming from all over the place.
I know people who come from Westbury, East Meadow, Hicksville.
Man, what a bunch of losers. I'm sorry, but, it's just, I'm tired of this. This is what you call NIMBY. These people are trying to use all kinds of excuses. When the reality is anybody can come here from anywhere. They don't want people who look different than them, that may not be white, that maybe have a lower income, going into their area. That's what it has to do with. It's amazing how lousy they hide their bigotry. But anyway, let's take a look at where this trail is going. Okay, so we're going to be looking here at Central Suffolk County, and I want to show you where they're going to be putting this new rail trail in. Now, I want to show you here. This is the Long Island Railroad Port Jefferson branch, right? And the current terminus station's right over here, and the yard is over here, and that's where it ends. But if you'll notice, you'll see that there used to be a right-of-way, and these tracks went all the way out to Shoreham and Wading River, but they were many years ago abandoned. So right now this is being used by LIPA, Lilco, then LIPA, now PSCG Long Island as a power line right away. All right, so it's power line right away, and they want to put this mixed-use bike trail in, which is going to be a great idea. All right, so here it is. I'll give you a couple of views of it here. Here you go. So if you want to go and ride your bike, you don't have to ride along 25A where it's dangerous and you have to worry about getting hit. You can ride right over here on a paved, they'll put a paved path here. So you don't have to worry about riding along the road. It'll be a great way to encourage people to take the train and then maybe take a bike ride out. And so you can take this path that they're going to put in, and you can actually wind up taking this all the way out to, here's another look at the path again. So right now this is what it looks like. All right, but eventually they're going to, pave this, and so people will be able to take the bike ride out. And the cool thing about it is you can take this ride out to Rocky Point Preserve, which is right over here on the south side of 25A. And then there's another area over here. It's actually a sand pit over here with some pines. So you do have some nature. It won't just be backyards, but you do have some nature. Another look of what it looks like here. So you do have some nature, but again, it's overgrown. It's not really a path right now, but it will be a nice, similar to what New Jersey's done along the Barnegat Branch Trail, I guess. And then once you get out to a Rocky Point, they may actually wind up making a path down through here, so you can actually go here and then hook up with the Rocky Point Preserve, which is right over here. All right. Sorry about my computer doing that. The Rocky Point Preserve is huge, so that's why I got to zoom all the way out, because it literally takes up the whole screen. You can see it says Rocky Point State Pine Barrens Preserve. So this will be a great way for people on a bike to go for a bike ride out and go to the Rocky Point Preserve. And here's the sand pit I was talking about. Yeah, there's sand pits over here, so you'll be able to get access to that. There's pitch pines growing in there, which I love. And again, another look at the right-of-way. So this will be a great, this will also take you into downtown Rocky Point, which is right over here. All right, and again, you can go visit, patronize the business downtown. You know, it's just a good way for people to experience the Pine Barrens, you know, for a bike ride, and then take a bike ride on this path here. Now, when you're on a bike, I know it seems like a long distance walking, but on a bike, it's probably only maybe a half an hour, maybe. Take a bike ride, a half an hour from Port Jefferson on a bike, and then you can go and ride the bike trails at Rocky Point. So that way you don't even take the car. So it's a great way of getting people, giving cyclists a safe way to instead of riding along the road. You know that the motorists, they don't always have respect for the bicyclists. So this path will continue east. I'm just showing you all the destinations that this path can link up to, all the natural destinations. So you can see it's wooded over here. I mean, it's a mix of in backyards and woods. I'll give you another look at it here as we head further east towards Shoreham. All right, so again, power line right away. You can see already there's some broken trail, but not really a new trail. But you can see power line right away. This path is going to continue all the way east and hook up with Brookhaven. Now here we go with another link up to nature trails. So it can hook up to nature trails over here in Brookhaven State Park over here in the Pine Barrens, and the new Shoreham State Park land, which is over here. All right, that fortunately was preserved. All right, and you wind up taking this all the way out east, past the fence hill, and I think the path's probably going to end somewhere around here. All right, so it'll probably end right around this area, probably at this spot right here. But you can see it's a nice idea, but it's very unfortunate that some people, they don't want to share. First of all, they don't own that land. That's owned by the state now, and I think it's a great idea. I think it's going to be a great way of people going for a bike ride out east. You know, take the train, take a bike ride, or even, you know, take a walk. Even for people who live here, just to take a walk. And everybody who lives in these communities will, I'm sure, enjoy the amenity of this path because the Barnegat Branch Trail in New Jersey and similar bike paths like the Massapequa Preserve bike path. I mean, that thing is like the most popular thing on Long Island for bike riders. I'm sure this will do very well. So I drew up a little diagram here, an overview of how this path is going to work. Now, there's already a path that goes from the vicinity of the Port Jefferson Railroad Station down into down towards Stony Brook. Now this path is going to be extended east, and so it makes it very convenient from the last stop on the Long Island Railroad for cyclists to take instead of having to deal with the cars on Route 25, you go and you ride along this path that will be available, multi-use path, and you can hook up to all these great places. Once you go further out east, you can hook up to the Pine Barrens here, right here, Rocky Point Pine Barrens over here, Brookhaven State Park Pine Barrens over here, and the new park over here that the new parkland they just added in Shoreham, and also how could I forget Wardenclyffe, the Tesla Museum, right here. So up to all these great places, not to mention towns, and it'll make it it'll improve the quality of life. These paths. Oh, hold on a second. I didn't really move this enough. Hold on. I gotta move this over. Let me move this over. All right, there you go. So it'll hook up to the Pine Barrens here, the new preserve over here in Shoreham, and the Brookhaven State Park over here, as well as the old Tesla site right here, Tesla Museum. So it's going to hook up to all these great areas, and I think it's a great thing. I don't see how anyone can have a problem with it. But, there are people out there that just seem to have a very narrow mind. But hopefully we will prevail in creating this bike path and multi-use path. I think it'll be great for Long Island.
It's a little disturbing to think that anybody from anywhere could come here.